Alright guys, this time around I decided to do a bit of a longer video just because we are gonna be planning out this area out here on the other side of the highway. Before we can do anything though, we gotta buy it, obviously. And I think for now that's gonna be just enough. And so, what's my plan for this area? Well, first of all, this is going to be our main area. Probably somewhere around here, we're going to have a huge city, like downtown type of stuff going on here. But before we get there, we will need to make something a little bit smaller here because we do need to get a little bit more money going. Speaking of which, I did have to sit here for about an hour or so before I actually gathered any amount of money. Just because I don't want to be sitting here every 5 minutes and waiting for those $5 to come in. So anyway. So on this side out here, I was thinking we're going to be doing something of a small industry type of thing. I was thinking fields, like generic fields, nothing too serious out here, obviously. And for that, we actually are going to be using this dirt road, at least for now. We'll see how well that's going to go. Let's actually start with a highway, actually, before we do anything else. I just want to make sure that the highway is going to be looking okay-ish. We will be changing that later on if we have to, but for now, I just want to have something going on here. There you go, just so we have some sort of idea of what to do out here. So there you go, we got that. And now we can start planning out some fields out here. Once again, I don't want anything too crazy. At the same time, I don't want it to be too small. So we're gonna be going with something in between. There we go, just gonna make this look a little bit better eventually. There you go, and as I said, I don't want to be destroying any of these guys out here. So we're not gonna be doing any of that, just gonna be going right about... I'll actually... Hold on a second. I don't want too much stuff going on out there, so here's what we're gonna be doing. I think we're gonna put this guy around here, and then just there you go. Now this looks pretty decent. Obviously not amazing, but decent enough. And since these are gonna be fields, I don't want to be doing anything too crazy out here. So we're just going to be going this direction like so. And this should be okay. I think right about here. And then a couple of trees out here I think are going to be good. Just to make this area look decent. Because otherwise these guys are going to be too small. And I don't want a small farms standing out there. Because that's going to be looking a little bit... horrible, for the lack of a better word. And we're just gonna be grabbing these guys out here once again, nothing too crazy. And now we have an idea of where we want to place the intersection. So I think there's going to be a couple of intersections here, to be honest with you guys. So the first intersection is going to be around this area. Another intersection I'm planning to have like around this area out here. The reason being is at one point, I want to take this highway out here and break it into another vein. And it's going to be going through here, through this through the middle of the city that's going to be out here. Eventually, it's going to be making its way to right about here, I want to say. The reason being for that is because we have a little bit of oil out here. So we're going to have a oil business going out here. So I want to have an intersection here. And we can have like part of the oil industry out here, part of it here. And a nice, beautiful highway going through all of that. So I think that's going to be ideal. Plus we do have a railway going through here, and also we do have a bit of a fire situation. That does not look good. This does not look good at all. Oh no! A baseball field. A baseball field is on fire. It was. Hopefully no casualties, but I mean, it's high schoolers. Anybody gonna really miss them? I'm not so sure. Anyway, as I was saying, a intersection. And I think we're just going to be going with an intersection right about here, actually. I think this might be okay-ish. We'll have to redo this a little bit, but I think that's going to be fine. So we're just going to be putting this guy right about here. Going back to the highways. We will have to play around a little bit because this is not looking good at all. So there you go. Make this look a little bit better. Move these guys around. Obviously, this is not looking too great yet. What we could do is something alongside... Actually, no, I don't want to be doing that. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. And then just move this guy a little bit more. Make it look a little bit more decent. Probably want to move this guy back, this guy, and this guy. Oh, now that I think about it, maybe I just should move everything back a little bit. It's not looking too great. Alright. And then this guy will just have to do something alongside that, and that's perfect. Alright, there you go. Change directions. Still not looking too great, unfortunately, so we'll have to move this a little bit more. There you go. A little bit better. Now, out here, I think we're just going to be grabbing a large industry road. And where do we want this guy to go? I think we actually want this guy to be going through here. I think that's going to be a good idea. We'll see how that's going to pan out. We're going to grab it here. And actually, let's go through... Oh my. It's not going to be letting me have an easy time with this, is it? But it doesn't really have much of a choice, so eventually we are going to do what we need to do. There you go. One more. Change directions. And there you go. This area out here is pretty much finished. Maybe a couple more roads out here, actually. Like through here or something. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Maybe not there. There you just make it look a little bit better. And how does it look? Okay, that's good. And then we're gonna have like a tree line going out here, obviously. Making sure that none of this is out here. Actually, I don't want any farms near this road either. And I think this is gonna be okay now. Next, we're just gonna make this into its own little area. We're gonna be worrying about making this into a proper district later on. For right now, that's pretty much irrelevant. All we gotta do is find the farming industry, and we got that going on. Unfortunately, we do not need any businesses as of now, so I think we're gonna hold off on that. And we're gonna have a little montage here now, because this is gonna take me a while, guys, to plan my residential area out here, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I planned this area out a little bit, as you can see. This is gonna be like the main road out here with the roundabout going every which way. Also, there is gonna be another road going down here alongside the highway whenever we get there. Might redo something here eventually, but we'll get there. This area out here, I decided to reserve that for a park or a zoo area, as you probably can read. But if you can't, I'm here to help you. Anyway, other than that, I am thinking about placing something out here, some kind of monument, just to make it somewhat attractive. I mean, there's this guy out here who could be a pretty good addition out here. But I'm not really sure where I want to put any of this. And as you can see, I don't really have access to much at the moment. I mean, we could put something big out here, like, I don't know, Oriental Pearl Tower. I mean, this guy is pretty big. It's pretty big. But I'm not really sure if I want it to be put out here. I mean, that's a pretty tall building, maybe like in the downtown area. That's going to be looking pretty nice, but out here, I would say probably not so much. But since this is going to be a park or a zoo area, it only makes sense to have like a panda sanctuary or something alongside that. Maybe I'll be placing it, I'm not really sure where exactly just yet. Half my mind, it tells me place it like right around here. Actually, I think that might be a good idea. If we destroy this road out here, let's go back to this guy once more. So it is pretty big out here. We cannot really do much. We could place like a small road. Maybe place this guy like right about here. And then out here, it's going to be like a parking lot area or something alongside that. Or better yet, I think we could place it out here like so, then probably turn it around. Yeah, I think we're going to be doing that. And then we're going to turn this guy around a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. There we go. Obviously, he doesn't have access to the proper road structure, so we will have to redo this a little bit, but we'll get there eventually. What I think we want to do... wrong road type. That's not what we want to be doing. Anyway, let's grab this road out here. Place this guy right about there. I think that's going to be fine. Then we'll have to redo this whole area out here. Somehow, eventually, we'll figure that one out a little later on. And then out here, I'm thinking we're just gonna have a huge parking lot because why not? You know, why not? Maybe place this guy. Yeah, there you go. I think this is gonna be fine. Now we have a parking lot. We're gonna be moving this guy a little bit out here. Obviously, there's going to be some trees out there. Move this guy a little bit. Now we can have like a line of trees going on here, a line of trees going on there, making it look nice. And since we're done with that, probably want to grab a road going out here. And I think this is actually not too bad. I don't want to have a road going through here, though. I mean, I think this is going to be enough. Maybe even destroy this road out there, just so the folks are driving through this road here to get up here. Otherwise, there's going to be like a bunch of traffic out here. I just know it. It always ends up being so. And to be honest, I'm not really in the mood to be playing around with that, but we'll see how this road is going to be doing. Anyway, since we got this guy out here, he has a pretty significant area of effect. which is nice, but we do need something out here as well. And maybe something a lot... Oh, hold up. We're losing money at an alarming rate. So, before we do anything else, let's figure out a couple of things here. So, we obviously need a medical clinic. But we also have a elder care building. We also have a child health center. And we do have a cemetery as well that we need to be placed in someplace. Medical helicopter probably not going to be working out at the moment. Look, just seeing that we are lacking money. It looks like we're going to be having to put 2 hospitals, one here, one there. And I think that's going to be fine. Actually, we might want to just take this area out here. We might want to just take this area out here, actually, and make something happen with this. So what's our area of effect here? So it's not too bad. I think we're going to be fine out here. So we want to have a couple of houses going out here, obviously. To do that, there you go. Put another road here. So now we're going to have houses going here. And this area out here can be used. Actually, maybe destroy this road out there as well. I don't think that's going to be necessary to have. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Maybe actually destroy this road. Find the middle here. Yeah, there you go. Much better. Okay, so now we have a couple of these buildings here, and their area of effect is actually very large, which I do like. Or we could... No, I don't think placing it here is going to be a good idea. Although it has a good reach, it's not going to be good. So anyway, let's just put these guys here. Just one to each side. There you go. And then that's elder care. Is that going to be too mean if I put my cemetery right up next here? I think that's going to be a little too mean. So we're not going to be doing that. But we do need a place for our cemetery. A place for our cemetery. So where do we want to put that? I really did not come up with a place for that now, did I? Anyway, we're going to come back to that. We do need a hospital here. Although that might be a little too loud for elder care. We're going to be completely honest here. So maybe not here. So what about going to this side then? This side out here. So obviously we're going to have houses out here. So that's a given. So we'll have to prolong this road. Probably want to make this into a bigger road. Since this is going to be sort of like a main road or something. Something along the lines here. Obviously want to take care of that guy. I think Lake So is gonna be fine. I think this is gonna be fine. We do need an area for a hospital here, however. So what about if we just break these guys off? Since this is not actually squared, it's not gonna be good for housing. So I think this is going to be great for a hospital area out here. I think that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So put a hospital area like right about here. Everything else can be like trees out here. Also, we want a child center here. I think that's going to be important to have. So there you go. We're going to get that. And we have just enough money for a cemetery, but... if we do that, we won't have any money for any of these guys here, so that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. How much is this guy taking up? So he's 6,000 up. Ooh, I might have built that a little too early, so we don't want to have that just yet. That's a little too expensive. Expensive tastes I have, I tell ya. Anyway, let's figure this situation out. So we got that. Then we're gonna bring this guy right about here. And then right over the highway. Right over here. About here. And from here it should be a cakewalk. Just getting this guy out here. We got only $4,000 left, so that's not much. Plus we do need electricity going out here as well, which may prove to be a bit of a problem. So we will probably have to take out a loan. I did not want to do that, but it looks like that we are not gonna have much of a choice. Yeah, we are not having a choice here. So loans, take this guy out. It is what it is, unfortunately, but that's life. Can't have all the money in the world. I mean, you could try, but it's probably not gonna work out too well. But one can dream. One can dream. Anyway, we can just finishing up the water lines here. And we want to connect this guy to right about here, I want to say. And there you go, that should be fine. And just for laughs, this guy going out here, I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing of this area, but I'm pretty sure we could use this area for like no, we're not going to be using this area for a school district. I think our school districts are going to be on this side somewhere here. So out here it's just going to be houses out here. There we go, and we're just going to be putting these guys out here. Let's just take a look how exactly we want to do it. Maybe just one guy out here. Yeah, there you go. The rest of these guys are just going to be trees. So we figure this out. We do, however, need a fire department still. Probably not a good idea to put it next to elder care, so we're not going to be doing that. I don't want to be too close out here, so how about putting these guys here? And he pretty much reaches everywhere, plus a fire department right next to it. I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, and he reaches pretty much everywhere. Oh, actually, he's not. Is it because there's no electricity? It could be because there is no electricity. So we better fix that. Get these guys going out here. I don't want to be breaking too much stuff out here, so we're going to be trying to save as many trees as we can. Of course, no promises. No promises. And it looks like we won't have much of a choice but to break a couple of things here and there. There we go. They should have electricity. We're good. So this guy's good. These guys are good. We're still making a little bit of money. Losing a little bit of money, but that's about to change. So it's time to start. Actually, hold on. One more thing. Oh, looks like these guys are okay. I mean, they're reaching. Maybe they're not as close as I would like them to be, but still okay-ish. So anyway, let's just go into our residential here. And let's get this party started. Oh, one more thing before I completely forget about it. We do need some of these pathways here, so let's take care of that first before we do anything else too crazy. Paths are pretty important out here. I do have half of my mind to connect these guys out here. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. We could try, or maybe not, we'll see, but do let me know in the comments if you think I should go for that. And we do obviously need to connect these guys out here, so without further ado, let's do that. Connect these guys here. And connect these guys out here. We should be good in that regard. Get this guy going. Obviously, this looks to be a little bit too tall, so I'm not really a fan of that. Let's put these guys a little bit lower. Yeah, Cars should be able to pass without a problem. I just want these guys to have an easier time running back and forth. Maybe another one out here, actually. We'll see how that's gonna work out. And we might actually... Actually, hold on. We might just make a small road out here. Going from one end to another. I think that's what we want to do, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Space already occupied. I'm not really a fan of that. There you go. Grab this guy. And then what do we want to do here to make it... I'll figure something out here eventually. To make this look a little bit better, but for right now, that's fine. For right now, that's fine. Get this guy going out here. Lower this guy. For obvious reasons, I think we can. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too high, so we're fine. Just move this guy a little bit closer. This guy's already in a fairly good position there. And I'm not really a fan of this out here, so what we might do actually is break this off. There you go. And make this into more of a circular road. And now this is going to be just fine for this guy out here, because now he's not actually going at a weird angle. I mean, this is fine. Still not the best, but I think that's going to be okay. And now we can actually add this guy out here. And obviously we're going to be bringing him a little bit closer. But that's going to be in a second. And actually, I'm going to move this guy over a little bit, maybe once more. I want to fit a couple of trees in here. Actually, let's take a look how that's going to be looking. Probably something a little bit higher. Is this going to look good? Oh, it should look just fine, actually. Alright, and let's just grab a couple of trees out here. There we go. I think that's going to be fine. Nothing needed to be put out here. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks okay. Maybe a tree out here actually would be nice as well. There we go. It's a lone tree. It's a lone tree, but what can you do? What can you do? And then let's just grab a couple of trees out here as well. Just bring everything down to there. And I think this looks beautiful. I mean, look at that. Looks absolutely gorgeous. There's gonna be a lot more of that coming. But anyway, I was actually doing some of these paths out here before I got sidetracked a little bit here, but that's okay. I think this guy out here, maybe we grab this guy out here, bring a road. A path, actually. There you go. Maybe a little bit closer there. Bring this guy a little bit closer there. And there you go. That's a pretty nice path. Perhaps a path out here. Although I'm not sure that's actually necessary. I mean, these guys are going to be able to get wherever they're going. I'm not going to be building a path out here just because it's going to look a little bit dumb, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I mean, nobody really wants to have that. I mean, people are going to be living here. Yeah, no path there. However, I am going to be putting a couple of paths out here. It's going to be probably a better idea to make sure these guys line up with one another ever so slightly. But that's pretty good. Get this guy a little bit closer there. That looks okay. Not amazing, but okay. And then just a little path out here. And I just want to work on this area here today. I'm not really looking at anything else here. We are going to get to it eventually, but for today, I think we're okay focusing only in this on this area out here. And I don't see a reason, actually. Actually, we could make another path out here if I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Yeah, let's make another path. Probably this guy out here. There we go. And bring this guy out there. And bring this guy out here. And what I actually want to do is move this guy to line up with this road. There you go. And we can make everything else look good. And just bring this guy here. There you go. All good there. It is between a couple of trees here, so I think we're gonna be okay. Maybe move these guys ever so slightly to be exactly between those trees. And this looks okay. Now, people have a couple of options here to walk to work. They do have actually a road access out there as well, which should be helping out. I don't want this to be too busy. And I think that's gonna be okay for now. So, let's just go ahead, grab a couple of houses here. And make sure that people start moving in because we desperately need some of that money. And this is exactly why I do not like building these kind of roads out here because of these little areas here that do not fit in. Do not fit in a house there. That can be a bit of a problem from time to time. I mean, not really a problem, it's just annoying, if I'm gonna be completely honest, but we'll make do. We'll make do. And there's gonna be no houses out here just because it's a little too close to the highway. I mean, even these houses here, I feel like they're a little too close, but at this point, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna be changing anything there, at least not now. Or not anytime soon, that is. And we actually can destroy these guys here. Because I think, yeah, this is not necessary, because these guys are gonna have some access between each other, so I think we're okay. Or at least we should be. But we're gonna find that out relatively soon. Yeah, I managed to fit a couple of houses in there. I really do not... Oh, actually, do you want to... No house there. Actually, these guys probably not a great idea to have them there next to a medical clinic, if I'm gonna be completely honest. And we got only one last thing that we really need to place out here, and that's a cemetery, which I'm not really sure where I want it. I mean, it's a little big. I mean, we could place it out here, perhaps. Maybe somewhere. I mean, we could technically place it out here and just forget about it. Not really sure where I want to put this. That's a tough decision. I don't like tough decisions. Alright guys, anyway, I think I'm just gonna place this guy right here for now. If you see a better spot for it, do let me know. And we're gonna shift it. That's gonna be easier to do than to figure out where I want it at this particular point in time. But we got other things to do. So first of all, I feel like placing these guys out here is a good idea. I mean, that's very close to a point of attraction here for tourists and everybody else, so I think that's going to be fine. Obviously, we want these areas out here. Maybe even something smaller out here. That might be fine. Probably nothing there. Probably nothing there. Nothing here. And then I do want to make this out here something like a little hub for commercial. We'll see how that's going to work out. I don't have high hopes for that, but we'll see how that's going to work out. And then we're just going to grab probably up to here for now. We'll see how that's going to work out. And these guys do need some water pipes, so we better start working on that. Otherwise, we're not going to be making any money off of that either. And I am going to be trying to do this as close as I can around the road. But to be honest, I am getting a little bit tired of trying to figure out, like, these areas here. Like, they're pretty much impossible for me. So we're going to be getting them close enough. So do forgive me for that. Alright, there you go. Now we should have pretty much everything we need, except for parks in this area. Unfortunately, I do not have any money for that. These guys, for some reason, they decided to upgrade to level 4. Now that they're trying, that the land value is a little bit too low, which I don't understand how that happened. Because all of these are level 1s. Or so, I hope. That's weird. Okay. Anyway. Oh, electricity. Electricity before we run out of money. We better put some electricity out here. There we go. Now these guys can start working. Huh. Bread and Beyond. Interesting. Okay. Okay. We'll work with that. There is a fire raging on, but that should be put out. Probably will need to place a fire department here. These guys are not going to be too happy without it there. But we'll get to that when we get there. For now, we got other things to do. We can start by placing some parking spaces out here. Alright, I think that's going to be enough parking spaces out here, at least for the foreseeable future. And then I'll obviously want conifer trees here, because who doesn't? And spacing, I think we can put these guys a little bit closer together. Maybe like so. Let's take a look. Because I don't want them to be way too close together. Yeah, that's a little too close together. So let's go with me like there. Yeah, that's going to be fine. That's going to be fine. And put these guys like right about there. Put these guys like right about here. And put these guys all the way there. So there we go. This is going to be fine. Looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, and we're running out of water, actually. We're running out of water. So let's go to budget. Thankfully, water is not going to be a problem here. Speaking of water, not going to be a problem here. It is going to be a problem here, apparently. Because yours truly forgot to put any water pipes there. But you already knew I'm going to be doing that, so it shouldn't come as a surprise. I think half of you were probably expecting that already. And you were doing the right thing. Anyway, let's grab these guys right over here. And there you go. Now these guys should have electricity. They should have water. Obviously a bunch of guys moved out for whatever reason. But we're going to figure that one out a little bit later on. Right now we got bigger fish to fry. So out here, as we were saying, let's put these guys out here as well. There you go. And we're gonna fix that at some point, eventually, maybe. I don't know. I hope. And a bunch of conifer trees out here as well. Perfect. I mean, look at that. That looks absolutely beautiful. This does not look beautiful. I have no idea why they started building so quickly. If I really did not have any people here, that is beyond me. But that's what they decided to do, so sure, why not? And let's put these guys about there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be okay-ish. And also, let's put a couple of trees here. And a couple of trees over here like so. And I think this is gonna be okay. Now the only thing we gotta do is put a couple of trees out here. So the elderly have a little bit more of a peace of mind. There you go, looks beautiful. By the way, if there is a particular tree you guys want me to use, do let me know. I do love conifer trees, so that's why I use them so often, but if there is any other trees you would like to see, let me know, and we could make something happen, eventually. And what else can we do out here? I feel like we want to put a bunch of conifer trees out here as well, just because there is a highway going on here. And a couple of trees there, and a couple of trees there. That should be okay. There we go. Put these guys there. These guys there. And continue like so. There you go. So I think this is okay-ish here for the trees around the perimeter. I mean, just finish this area off. There you go. And then just finish this area off. And everything is in the beautiful tree world. Now the only thing left to do actually is just take a brush here. Just take these guys out here. And find something else. There you go. I think that's fine. That might be a little too big. And let's make sure that everything that needs to be turned on is turned on. There you go. I think that's fine. Going back here. And just put a bunch of trees all over the place out here, just so these guys have an easier time. There you go. I think this is actually quite perfect. So we grew our population by 1,000, which is nice. We have something out here. Unfortunately, it is going to be taking about 6,000 actually per week, which we are not making at the moment. Unfortunately, we'll get there eventually. However, not today. But I just wanted to put something out here, you know, just to have it. But before we finish today, we do need to place a couple of things out here yet. So let's get going with that. Probably want to turn this guy off, because I don't want to be destroying anything. That would be counterproductive. Put this guy out here. If we gotta move him, we gotta move him. It looks like we really don't. Maybe ever so slightly. Yeah, there you go. And something out here as well would be nice. I guess right before they run to work, they can stop here with the kids, play a little bit of this carousel type of thing, and then run to work. But we'll see how that's gonna be. Also, we do need a little bit of money here to place this guy, and I think we're gonna be placing him out here. Oh, and I forgot that I turned that guy off, but that's okay. We can always do this manually. Perfect. These guys can work out here. Ran out of money. But other than that, I mean, look at these guys. I mean, they're already level 2. So that's good. These guys are getting to level 2, level 3. Not enough electricity. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Fortunately, though, we can just up this guy just a little bit. And I don't have time to wait, so we're gonna take another loan yet again. Wow, that's still not enough electricity. That would be enough electricity. Okay, let's bump this to 130%. That should be enough. Oh, what do we have here now? That's good. Water is still good. We are actually losing money at this point. I'm not really sure as to why. So let's take a look. Where are we losing some of the money? Is there anywhere we could save? And the answer is probably not, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We do need to place a couple of more parks out here just so these guys are happy. So a small park, which is actually not so small. And I think we could actually place this guy like right about there. Let's place this guy here. Take this guy to about here. Turn him around. We do need a road. We do need a road for this guy, so I think we're gonna be destroying this guy out here. Destroy this guy. Destroy a couple of trees out here to make this look a little bit better. Probably a couple of trees here as well. Oh, definitely trees out here gotta get destroyed. There you go, to make this area look a little bit better. Nice. I think a dirt path is gonna be okay out here. Let's get this guy going out there. Now he should be pretty happy. Just move him a little bit. There you go. Also grab the road, move the road a little bit. Ever so slightly. And that's gonna be fine. Still gotta destroy a couple of trees though. Still gotta destroy a couple of trees. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now they got a park out there. So these guys should be happy, and we just need something out here. Something small, and I think that should fit in here quite nicely. Obviously, destroy a couple of trees. I'll have to do that manually, unfortunately, but that's fine. Okay, a small playground. Actually, that's not a bad spot. I mean, elder care here, so the elderly can go there. Then they can go out here to play with the grandchildren, stuff like that. So I think that's actually working out quite nicely. Let's take a look at the noise pollution, actually, before we do anything else. Noise pollution. So it is a little bit on the noisier side out here, but with the trees out here, I think that's fine. Actually, we gotta work on the roads a little bit. These guys need to have a little bit of a better understanding on what needs to be going on here. And obviously, no parking here, no parking, no parking. No parking, no parking. We need to add a little bit of parking here, don't we? We'll get to that eventually. We'll get to that eventually. I don't want anybody parking out here, as this is our main road. It would be kinda dumb to allow these guys to park out here. And that's gonna be fine. That's gonna be fine there. And the last couple of touches out here. So I want something a little bit smaller. I don't want the trees to be so big. And then what we gotta do is just add a couple of trees here. But before we do that, we do need to turn this guy back on. Otherwise, everything is gonna be looking pretty ridiculous. And I forgot to take this guy on. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. And then just grab this guy out here, bring him over here. Build a couple of those guys there. And then just right about there. So that's fine. That's fine. These guys are good. I don't really have much for roads anywhere else, but we can put a couple of trees there. Maybe a couple of trees here. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. And just a couple of more trees there. Obviously, these guys burned down, so that's a bit of a shame. And, what else? What else can we put out here, honestly? Can we put, like, these flowers out here? I think we can. Just gotta find the right angle here to grab it, and there you go. Just a bunch of these guys out here. Going back to the trees. So we gotta grab these guys. There you go. Nice, and I think this is starting to take beautiful, beautiful shape. And just a bunch of trees out here, why not? And I think this area out here is looking finished. I mean, there's obviously work to do around here. Quite a bit of work to do around here. But we're gonna get to that at some later point. Also, I do need to move... Oh, nope. So let's do it this way. And move these guys right about here, I think is gonna be fine. Probably not ideal, but that's okay. And that's not what I want. I want to take a look at that. So we're at 83%. So far, everything is looking pretty good except for this guy out here. It's a little busy. I mean, people are moving. It's just busy. So I'm not too worried about that. We're looking at our garbage disposal. It's looking to be just on the line, so we'll have to figure out that at some point. We could just expand out here, honestly, a little. No, I don't want to be expanding out here. I don't want to be expanding out there. So we'll have to figure that one out at some later point. And I don't want to be putting these guys out here. This is tough. This is a little bit tough. Well, maybe just like out here, just like a small area for like garbage disposal and whatever else we can fit in there. That's what we're gonna be doing, but obviously no promises, guys. Anyway, one last thing that we gotta do is take a look at land value out here, and it looks to be just a little bit higher. I mean, these guys are having fun. I mean, they're like, what about this area here, I think? Maybe here? Which is not bad, And these guys are definitely at this area, so they're okay-ish. It looks like everybody's pretty happy. Commercial happiness, they're not too happy, but we don't care. Industrial, they're pretty good there. Health-wise, it looks like healthcare is good. Death care, no, we're still okay. We're okay-ish. We're only at 25%. Childcare, we're good. 90% health, average health. Amazing. Elder care, that's a little bit on the lower side. But what can you do? Honestly, what can you do about that? And then let's take a look out here. So residential levels, these guys are rising. It looks like we're pretty much at the 4 or 5 level mark for the most part, which is great. Industry-wise, these guys are lacking something. Not really sure what. I mean, they're telling me that they need to be having a couple of more services, but I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe a fire department. Looks like that might be the case here. So we'll build it here at some point. Unfortunately, not now. We don't have the money. And we're not really making any money either. And that could be part of the problem as to why. Because these guys did... Oh, actually, no. They only have 1 level, so they're already at the highest level possible. Which is fine. Anyway, guys, next time, we'll figure out what we're going to be doing on Monday when you're going to be voting, guys. Until that time, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Scorpion out.